again, I want to put it out there. I don't know if I said earlier, but I don't want listeners to think that the movement side of it or the movement complexity side of it is for advanced movements only.
Right.
Understand that it's not just handstand, one arm chin up, straddle planche, the super advanced stuff, that we can really dive very deep into movement complexity with very organic games that I've done with that we do with all ages all the time. That's what makes it a lot of fun.
Lots of animal walks and things like that. I mean, yeah, we've created whole workouts that total beginners have done that were all just like movement practice sort of things.
And I think that's where, I think that's where a lot of people don't understand, what you guys do and how important it is, because, you can, everyone knows about push-ups, everyone knows about sit-ups, everyone knows about the traditional things. Even some people may know about the planche, some people may know some of these more advanced moves. But what they don't know are all those transitions. A lot of people don't talk about the transitions and what it takes to do that. And that's where I think you guys really kind of separate yourselves from others, because you do use traditional training. You do use other things. You're not just doing calisthenics, where whenever I was looking into type of body weight training myself and trying to progress, a lot of these people only strictly talk about calisthenics, and they don't ever emphasize that they've ever touched a weight. And they have, but it's like, they don't tell you that. They're like, oh yeah, you can totally do it by just doing all these body weight things, and you'll just magically transition from here to here. And then I tried to do it myself, and I'm like, no, you can't. It doesn't just magically happen. So
yeah, that's a great point, Ricky. So Ito talked a lot about not subscribing to one dogma. So like you have the calisthenics crew, then you have the power lifters and the bodybuilders, and we could go on and on and on, and they all subscribe that it's the best. I'm not saying any of it's the best. I'm saying having a legit balanced movement practice with proper progressions and complexity is the best.
Just for fun, so some people have maybe some examples of the things that we're talking about. Any movements or things you've done in the movement space that you feel has helped you the most, or any favorite ones, or ones that you use with clients the most? What are just a couple examples off the top of your head, maybe? Or your favorites.
Well, if we talk about like biggest bang for your buck with any level of ability, which is hard to categorize into one movement, it would be the Turkish get up.
Oh yeah.
The Turkish get up is a movement that you can do with no weight in just proper form. And if I can do that at 100 years old, I'll be very happy with no weight. Or you can shoot for unlimited amounts of weight. So yeah, that is, to me, that's the number one. Again, we're generalizing here, and I don't like to generalize.
But for everybody.
Yeah, if I was told one movement from now till when I'm out of here, and I could choose one, that would be the Turkish get up.
I like that one. Yeah.
For me, I would say the ones that have benefited me the most, I'm not going to go generalizing or anything, but for me, I would say the tuck lever. I'm still working on the tuck front lever. And that one, I've seen a huge impact on my back just from that alone. When before I couldn't really develop my upper back very, very well, but I've started to notice a lot of changes as I've been working on the tuck front lever, even my knees behind the bar or my knees in front of the bar, and then even straightening my legs on occasion to try to just get, one leg at a time, trying to just get a little bit more out of it. And the straddle up is really another one that I had never heard of. I didn't even know it existed. And I started with I think one of those things on the floor, and I put it like 4 feet underneath, like 4 different legs underneath it. And I was working on that, and I was like, and that was hard. That was hard for me to do. And I think it was just maybe a month ago. And now I'm down to where I only have that top thing on the ground, and I'm doing it from that.
Nice.
So, awesome. But yeah, so I'd say that one has made a huge impact on me.
Yeah, straddle ups for me too. That was a really big one for me. I started really high on those too before I eventually made it down to the floor. But like you, I had really tight hamstrings, and I still do have slightly tight hamstrings, but that one helped me out a lot, improve my lower body mobility.
Mhm.
I really like anything that focuses on scapular strength. That's one thing that I got a lot out of moving into the movement stuff is you start to appreciate how important two things actually: scapular strength, and then like a hollow body position or a posterior pelvic tilt, and gaining that awareness and control over that. Um, I think like with beginner clients, even, or well, with all my clients, just easy moves like scap push-ups and active hangs, that sort of thing, seems to have a huge benefit down the road, in terms of like other things we might be progressing towards, like the front lever, active hangs and arching, scap pull-ins and stuff. They teach you where those muscles are and what they're supposed to do and what different scapular positions feel like, and then so you gain an awareness of where to keep your scapula when you're working on more advanced things. I got a lot out of that. The hand balancing too. I mean, I love handstands and stuff, and I think that's done wonders for my shoulder health. Just holding a static handstand and learning how to activate my lower trapezius and my, keep that posterior pelvic tilt to keep a nice straight line. Just the amount of body awareness that I've gained from some of these fairly simple, movement drills really helped me out a lot. The frontline drill, same with, the shoulder health and lower trap strengthening. And I actually really like a lot of the animal walks, especially, there's one, I can't remember. I think I see it referred to as a sneaking ape walk sometimes, but just the ranges of motion that puts my ankles and my toes through and stuff. I definitely noticed my lower body was a lot looser after doing those and horse walks and some of those animal walk variations. But
Yeah. Andy, you bring up a really good point with like the scapula and the upper body. One thing I think it'd be useful for people to hear is, we would all agree on through the years that we've trained clients and what we've seen within ourselves that the upper body engine is the scapula,
Yeah.
and the lower body engine is the glutes.
Yep.
And so if you have a very strong scapula, we always say six pack in the back. Like that's what we're concerned with, not so much the front. And then a good set of strong glutes. You have a strong human being.